Welcome to Real Bear Reviews, your paradise for movie lovers. Thank you for supporting our channel. Your love keeps us alive and growing.
This boy is perhaps the youngest soldier in World War II. Not only did he join the military at the age of 6, but he was also brave enough to appear on the front lines, crossing dangerous trenches to deliver ammunition to his comrades fighting, ready to ignore the war zone with heavy bombing and achieve great, resounding feats. The brave boy is Alex Skoptsov. This is a film adapted from a true story. So what caused a 6-year-old boy to disregard his life and rush into a front line full of such dangers? The story must be told starting 2 days earlier. The lovely boy, Alex Skoptsov, was sleeping soundly in his house when suddenly his neighbor burst in and picked him up. The kind girl took the boy outside the window and quickly told him, "Run fast, don't stop." Right at this moment, the sound of gunfire rang out, destroying the peaceful scene of the village. Flames began to rage fiercely. The German fascist army had arrived here to destroy this entire area. Thanks to his neighbor, the boy Alex Skoptsov was able to run into the forest and escape. His small figure, running and crying, called out, "Mom, Mom." He kept stumbling but still had to try to run away. Alex Skoptsov understood that, since that day, he no longer had a mother. The next morning, when Alex Skoptsov was washing his face by the stream, the German soldiers came again. The boy panicked and hid behind a tree root. Fortunately, they did not find Alex Skoptsov, but when the child looked up, he saw a snake crawling above his head. He tried to cover his mouth, not daring to make a sound. After the German soldiers left this place, Alex Skoptsov quickly picked up the leftover food boxes on the ground to deal with his hunger. Just like that, little Alex Skoptsov wandered alone, teaching himself how to survive in the forest. When hungry, he looked for wild berries to eat. When thirsty, he drank rainwater. Sometimes he also encountered sudden airstrikes. Although it was difficult and hard, the boy remained resilient, picking up a branch and continuing to move forward alone on the journey to save his life. The boy became stronger and braver, but how could a little Alex Skoptsov overcome hunger and exhaustion? He lay down on the ground and passed out without knowing it. Fortunately, at that time, a few Soviet soldiers were scouting in the forest and found the boy. They put a jacket on him to keep him warm and quickly took him back to the camp. The Red Army doctors hugged the boy and took turns comforting and caring for him. When the commander asked where the boy's parents were, no matter how strong Alex Skoptsov was, he couldn't hold back his emotions and burst into tears. "Mom. I miss Mom. Don't cry anymore. It's okay, Uncle is here." Just like that, Alex Skoptsov stayed in this camp. Because this place was the front line, they constantly encountered enemy airstrikes. For safety, they moved Alex Skoptsov to a medical station not far away. The commander often came to visit and encouraged the boy. Seeing that Alex Skoptsov was interested in guns, he took the ammunition box out and showed the boy the gun. The boy happily said, "I even have a tank. Look, it's on my stomach. With it, we won't be afraid of any enemies anymore." The commander smiled. This boy is truly adorable. Soon after, Alex Skoptsov became the darling of the entire camp. The soldiers often came to play and gave him many gifts. Everyone loved him because before going to the battlefield, they all had families and young children, and Alex Skoptsov was like a little angel bringing warmth to them in this brutal war. They all hoped Alex Skoptsov would be allowed to stay in the army, and everyone would take care of the boy together. The female nurse also came to persuade the commander, but he showed a very firm attitude, saying that children do not belong in the battlefield. The female nurse was speechless because no one belonged in this place. A few days later, Alex Skoptsov had recovered his health and was about to be taken to an orphanage to live. Before leaving, the commander gave the boy a wooden gun that he had carved himself. The man, who was always strong and decisive on the battlefield, stuttered when facing the boy at this moment, unable to speak the words in his heart. He also didn't want Alex Skoptsov to leave. The boy immediately hugged the commander. "I will wait for you to return safely." Hearing the boy's innocent, childish voice, the commander softened. "Listen, do you want to be my son?" He decided to raise Alex Skoptsov himself. Just like that, the little angel was allowed to stay in the camp. Knowing this news, the soldiers were all very happy. That night, everyone sewed a small uniform for the boy. Putting on the uniform, Alex Skoptsov officially became a soldier. The boy joyfully ran and jumped everywhere. Suddenly, at this moment, enemy planes launched an airstrike. Fortunately, a soldier quickly covered him. Alex Skoptsov hid in the trench, witnessing the devastation that war brought. When the bombing passed, many soldiers were injured. Alex Skoptsov was worried about his father, so he asked anyone he saw, "Did you see my dad? Is my dad still alive?" His questions interfered with the work of the doctors. A medic carried Alex Skoptsov out, criticized him, and told him not to cause trouble anymore. At this time, the little soldier realized how brutal the war was. Only through unity and solidarity could everyone defeat the enemy. The boy went to the medical station to help the injured soldiers. An old soldier injured in both eyes took out his letter and told Alex Skoptsov to read it to him. The little soldier couldn't read, so he couldn't read it, but to comfort the old soldier, the boy made up the content in the letter. Immediately after, everyone gave the boy letters to read. Alex Skoptsov couldn't make things up anymore, so he could only sing to them. The child's voice seemed to touch the depths of the soldiers' hearts. No matter how severely injured they were, they never shed a tear, yet now they were crying just because of the singing of a child. Perhaps the war had stolen many things from them. The next day, Alex Skoptsov imitated the mannerisms of an adult, even shaving like a real grown-up. "You're so small, but you're already shaving. Kid, you're a little soldier, you know." After going through everything yesterday, Alex Skoptsov realized the responsibility of a soldier. The boy found his father and volunteered to ask his father for a position. The little angel wanted to become a liaison officer. The commander gave his son his first mission, which was to deliver letters to the soldiers in the camp. "Can you complete this mission?" "I will definitely complete it." Holding the mail bag in his hand, Alex Skoptsov ran straight to the trench. "I've brought the letters." The soldiers immediately ran and surrounded him. The boy was like a source of hope, helping everyone feel joy during the dark days. Only one letter remained. Alex Skoptsov hid it behind his back and told the late-arriving soldier to dance for him. The soldier happily agreed immediately, and Alex Skoptsov tried to imitate the soldier's footsteps. In addition to the job of delivering letters, the boy also took on a scouting mission. The boy carried binoculars, meticulously observing the entire camp. Suddenly, he discovered a foot sticking out from a haystack. It moved, causing Alex Skoptsov to panic and run back to report the situation to his father. The soldiers quickly followed his directions and went to the haystack. To avoid startling the snake, they lit a fire, creating a cloud of smoke. Indeed, 2 German scout soldiers were forced to climb out. After an exchange of fire, they were defeated. Alex Skoptsov also discovered a radio. This time, he achieved a great feat. The commander, after hearing the story, used the tone of a father to praise his son, but Alex Skoptsov seemed unhappy. "Why do you treat me like a child? I am a soldier, just like everyone else." Alex Skoptsov was very modest. The boy felt he was a soldier, and that this was his responsibility. Not long after, the German army launched an attack again. This time, the battle was even more brutal and fierce. Seeing the adults nervously tense, Alex Skoptsov felt that he could shoulder a greater responsibility. The little angel crossed the dangerous trenches to deliver ammunition to the soldiers. Even though bombs were exploding loudly, his expression did not change. He saw it as the reason that made him stronger. Alex Skoptsov wanted to contribute his efforts along with everyone, but he was scolded by an old soldier and told to quickly return to a safe place. However, Alex Skoptsov resolutely refused to leave. The old soldier had no choice but to order the boy. Military order is like Mount Tai. Alex Skoptsov immediately saluted and turned around to return to the camp. At that moment, an artillery shell struck, causing the telephone line to malfunction. Therefore, the commander could not contact the front line. At this moment, the situation was very critical, so a liaison soldier rushed out. Alex Skoptsov saw this and also sneaked after him. His small hand reached for the electric wire to see if there was any broken spot. He climbed out of the trench, his small body slowly moving forward. At that moment, a bomb fell very close to Alex Skoptsov. He lay still for a moment, then continued his journey. At this time, the liaison officer was injured, lying on the ground, unable to move. Alex Skoptsov quickly took over and asked him how to reconnect the wire. Then the boy rolled into a bomb crater. As soon as he poked his head up, Alex Skoptsov was almost shot. The boy quickly connected the 2 broken telephone wires back together. Just like that, the command post was finally able to contact the front line. The battle situation immediately changed, and Alex Skoptsov once again achieved a great feat at the end of the battle. The soldiers began to return to the camp in the rear to rest, but while everyone was marching, suddenly an explosion occurred. They unfortunately stepped on a landmine. Alex Skoptsov was stunned by the sound of the bomb explosion. The commander was lucky to be only slightly injured, but the soldier who had carried Alex Skoptsov from the forest back to the camp perished forever in this place. On the brutal battlefield, you can't know how many more days you will live, and today might be your last day. One day, the commander was reporting work to the general. Alex Skoptsov suddenly burst in and said, "Sir, Alex Skoptsov is here to receive the mission." Despite just having experienced pain and loss, the boy still showed himself to be a professional soldier. The commander told him to check the uniforms and equipment of the soldiers. Alex Skoptsov immediately accepted the order. "Can I punish those who violate the rules, sir?"
"Yes."
So the boy ran energetically into the ranks. The soldiers happily greeted and lifted him up. The old soldier took out a box of chocolate for the boy to eat, but Alex Skoptsov did not consider himself a little boy. He seriously carried out the order, requiring everyone to line up for inspection. The soldiers immediately stood in line and waited for the order from Alex Skoptsov. "Whose shoes are broken, step forward 1 pace." After the inspection was finished, the boy pulled the captain's jacket and whispered to him, "You know how to write, right?" Just like that, Alex Skoptsov's mission was completed excellently. The general also rewarded him for the excellent achievements he had attained. That evening, he and his father were on night duty. Suddenly, the German fascists launched an attack again. Alex Skoptsov nimbly climbed into the trench and hid in time, but the commander was blown away by a bomb and trapped under the rubble. Alex Skoptsov saw this and cried out, quickly running back. The boy wanted to push the rubble away to save his father, but the strength of a little boy was not enough. So Alex Skoptsov could only go find someone to help. My dad. My dad is trapped in the rubble. The lieutenant immediately ordered his comrades to quickly go save him. The next morning, the female nurse informed Alex Skoptsov with good news. His father was still alive. Alex Skoptsov saw his father in the hospital bed and immediately burst into tears. Not long after, the little angel represented the entire team to receive the Medal of Honor in World War II. The whole team went through countless difficulties and challenges, but following them was always a small figure, loved and protected by everyone. The inspiration for the boy in this film is also the youngest soldier in World War II. That is the boy, Sergei Alex Skoptsov. In 1942, the 6-year-old boy began to join the Soviet army. Although World War II was the most brutal war in world history, Alex Skoptsov was always optimistic and resilient. He was the hope that helped the soldiers fight confidently against the German fascists. The film ends here. Goodbye and see you all again.